What's going on, everybody? This is NGS. Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to discuss all things Final Fantasy! First Final Fantasy update of the new year. And I'm surprised it's happening in the very first week. You guys know the month of January is rather slow when it comes to video game releases, video game announcements, just heck, anything gaming, because most of the time we're still playing the stuff from last year. Regardless, Square Enix did do a couple of interviews related to Final Fantasy 15 and the Final Fantasy 7 Remake, so you know what it is, we are going to discuss. So first off, we have two updates related to Final Fantasy 15, and this one is more talking about the release date and not how pretty they can make the grains of asphalt. Wait a minute, that's a Tetsuya Nomura joke, and he's not working on this anymore. But it's still true if you look at the active time reports and how they're going crazy about the environment. Anyway, Hajime Tabata did an interview with Famitsu where he was talking about the release date for Final Fantasy 15. This is the year. This year is when we'll release Final Fantasy 15. Currently, we've decided on all of its specifications and the beta version is under production so we can shift into the debug phase. We'll show the real Final Fantasy 15 during the release date announcement this March. I just had to take a moment. I never thought that I'd be hearing those words in the same sentence. Release date announcement. Square Enix. Releasing a game this year. Square Enix. Final Fantasy 15. 2016. I don't want to get too nostalgic here, but I was a wee little Neo in 2006, 2007, when they first started talking about this game. I was so interested. I was so intrigued. And it's been almost 10 years since. And the fact that it's finally coming out, Y'all thought Eris's death was sad, man. No. This is the real tearjerker. It's finally happening, you guys. It's coming out. This isn't really news per se, but it's a better, more clarification that, hey, this is actually coming this year. We are not going to delay it. We promise you guys. Yay. I'm excited. Not as excited as I was back in 8th grade when I first heard about this game, but I'm excited nonetheless. Because we can finally play this game. And while I have been pretty lukewarm over the past couple of things they've said about the game, you know, I'm still going to buy the game day one because it's something I've been looking forward to for 10 years. Do I think it's going to live up to all the expectations we've set for it? No. I do not believe that for a second. Could Versus 13 have? Probably, because that game looked more interesting than this one. I know I'm going to get a lot of flack, and people are going to come into the comment section and say, well, what are you talking about? This game looks exponentially better. You don't understand what you're talking about, you biased fanboy. I'm just being honest. Like, what they've shown in Final Fantasy 15, it looks pretty, gameplay looks fun, but I don't know. It just doesn't look as appealing as it did in 2008. Like I said, it's probably because they haven't really shown anything that's really gotten me excited outside of like the first re-reveal trailer at E3. But we'll just have to see as far as the gameplay goes. The gameplay I'm still not sold on. What I'm really interested on is the story of Final Fantasy 15, which Tabata actually did discuss. When talking about the main scenario for Final Fantasy 15 and its characters, he explains that Noctis will be going on a deep and personal journey. He will grow and develop as a person and will bring you along to experience that emotional journey with him. The game's narrative and character development are connected, and the team is aiming to do something where the gameplay and storytelling are one and the same. He compares it to The Last of Us in a similar concept that it's important that the story progresses through the gameplay in a very unforced way. Now, y'all know me. You know when I can read through the BS. Like, okay, I understand why he has to say the things he does. You know, because he's trying to be very PC. He's trying to hype the game up. You know, it's a marketing ploy. We got to compare it to something like The Last of Us. But to be honest, they really haven't showed anything interesting for Final Fantasy 15's story. in the 10 years that we've known about this game, and yes, I know it restarted development, but there's really been nothing interesting as far as the story goes. I mean, what do we have here? We know this guy named Noctis. We know his merry band of brigaders or whatever. We know those guys, but really, what else do we know about this? Like, the basics? That's basically it. We don't really know anything interesting about them, and that's the depressing part about it. Like, I mean, sure, the gameplay is fun, but Final Fantasy games, for me, have been always about the story and the characters and their progression and their development. And sure, you can tell me that it's going to be like this. It's going to be important and deep and personal, but I mean, how many times have we been let down in the gaming industry by people who have said that? And especially for something like this that has gone through so many developmental hurdles and struggles and characters being swapped out for other characters being put in. I mean, I'm not a person who really cares that one chick was swapped out for another chick because, I mean, we really didn't know much about her. My main issue is that they really haven't presented us with anything interesting about them, which kind of sucks considering they had so much time to. Yet they focus on things like the environment and making them look pretty and fabulous and wonderful and beautiful, and it's, oh my god, 300 yards out, but you can see the detail on it. I'm more interested about the characters, and to be honest, this Backstreet Boy looking like Sasuke mofo, man, get this boy out of here. Look at this dude, right? I mean, sure, yeah, he looks like he lifts. I see the tricep pose that he's doing right there, and he's drinking like some coffee out of this mug. But I mean, come on now, if I wanted to play a road trip game, man, I play Borderlands. Screw this noise. But hey, like I said, I will wait to see if they unveil it as the real Final Fantasy 15 and they actually give us detailed biographies and this is why things are happening. I will wait for that. I will give them the benefit of the doubt. Even though it's Square Enix and you guys know we have so much beef, I will wait. I will see. But from what I've seen right now, not really. Okay, moving away from Final Fantasy 15 straight into the Final Fantasy 7 Remake. This confirms something that I discussed a couple of weeks back in the last episode. 2016 will still be a year of preparations for the Final Fantasy 7 Remake, and more surprises and game reveals are promised from Square Enix. Again, nothing new. Anyone with a common sense, a shred of, anyone who's followed Square Enix, anyone who's been a fan of Square Enix knows that the second they reveal a game, it's not coming out that year. It's not coming out the next year. So obviously, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, we are not going to see it until 2017 at the earliest, which is what I think we all expected. And so for all the people out there who are saying that, well, if it's episodic, that means they can release the first part in late 2016. Nope. No. That's not what they meant at all. And this really confirms that. The game is still far off, but obviously, I think anyone with anyone with intellect can use, foresight. 2017 is what? Next year. 2017 is what for Final Fantasy? Well, it's the 20th anniversary of Final Fantasy 7. So, of course, they're going to release the new game on that anniversary. It just makes too much freaking sense. And I mean, they already have Final Fantasy 15 this year, so if they were going to release another big RPG, it wouldn't be something in the Final Fantasy series. And for those who are thinking it's Kingdom Hearts 3, stop it. Stop it. But yeah, more info is going to come later this year, and they're going to talk about the future of Square Enix titles, which is something that, I mean, to be honest, I'm actually looking forward to. Like me, the resident Square Enix troll. I'm actually looking forward to see what they've been doing, because they're doing a lot of things right. I mean, look, the relaunch of Final Fantasy 14, Kingdom Hearts 3, Final Fantasy 7 Remake, Final Fantasy 15, Dragon Quest, Star Ocean, Dragon Quest localizations on the 3DS, they're doing a lot of things right. Bravely Second, they're doing so many things right in comparison to the start of last generation. And I'm very excited about that. I really am. Now, does this mean I'm going to be eating my words and prove that they've shown me wrong? No, because we haven't played any of these games that they've announced. So we'll just have to see what they do with that. But I have a lot more faith in Square Enix now than I did before, thankfully. I still do think they need a shakeup in the management as far as who gets to approve how long these games have developmental time and constraints and budgets. That's just, to be honest, I feel like we should be playing at least one really good Square Enix game a year and not wait 4 years just to play one. I think that's pretty ridiculous. But anyway, that's just me. Take it as you will, you guys. This is the end of this update. I know it's rather short in comparison to last ones, but there really wasn't too much to discuss because it's the beginning of the year. And from me to you for now, until the next update, I'm NGS signing out. Like always, I will catch you guys later. Peace.